All right, one of my subs gave me this idea yesterday when we was well Sunday when we was live. He said, "What if Benavidez beat Caleb Plant real bad? That's gonna put a lot of pressure on Canelo Alvarez to uh to have to fight him." And I agree because it's a common opponent. I thought Plant was doing pretty good versus Canelo Alvarez, but I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Caleb Plant is going to lose this fight. And if Benavidez on the flip side of the coin get in there and lose to Caleb Plant or struggle with Caleb Plant, people going to say, well, he wasn't ready. We told y'all he wasn't ready. So it's a flip side to this too. It's a flip side to this too. No, and people tend to forget that, but it would put a ton of pressure on Canelo Alvarez to fight Benavidez if he did, if he ran through Caleb Plant, how people speaking, he gonna run through Caleb Plant, which it don't really work like that. To me, it don't usually work like that. You know, it don't really work like that, bro. A lot of times it's levels. When you see dudes step up in competition, bro, it's it's a transition. There's a shift. You feel it when it shifts. So all that, in my opinion, with Caleb Plant not, having the benefit of his O no more, not having that pressure no more, adding Bradman being more stationary. Now the thing about it is Anthony Durrell allowed him to Anthony Durrell, never applied enough pressure on him. And maybe because his age, he never applied enough pressure on him to make Caleb Plant revert back to moving. Caleb Plant, for the first fight with Stephen Bradman, he stuck to the game plan. I think with Benavidez style, and then also him already asking for a bigger ring size, I think it lets you know what time it is. I think it lets you know what time it is. He should need a bigger ring size. If you really vested into if you really vested into what Bradman is selling you, you don't need no bigger ring size the way you fought Darrell. That's the exact same way you got to fight Benavidez with a little tad bit more, just a little bit more movement, possibly. So that kind of that's kind of troubling that he need a bigger ring size. So, but like I said before, with him, it's got to be he got to keep Benavidez off balance. The way he fought the real, I think it's perfect, but just with a little bit more feints and a little bit more movement. Because you able to get in like that on Benavidez, he don't have no defensive responsibility, bro. He don't have none. And when you move up in competition, uh, when you move up in competition, those little things matter. Maybe Benavidez to pick his hands up. Maybe he's so big that he don't have to pick his hands up at this weight class. But that's bad habits to have. Not to pick your hands up, and that's something. If Caleb Plant is gonna have a second life in boxing and make a run and make a true run, if he can't capitalize on that, then he gonna be in trouble. But if Benavidez run through him, like a lot of people saying in the conventional wisdom in boxing world, that is gonna put a ton of pressure on Canelo Alvarez to have to get in the ring and fight that man. That is gonna put a ton of pressure on him. It most definitely is. And he gonna try to finesse his way out of it. But then again, too, If you look at it, if he lose to Dimitri Bivol, that might give him a pass. That might give him a pass. You know? But then again, if you look at it on the other side, he might have to redeem himself. He might have to redeem himself. So, I mean, they got a common opponent and he run through him. He run through him. Canelo gonna have to go see him. Is it a winnable fight for Canelo Alvarez? Absolutely. Benavidez is not Dimitri Bivol. But you know, will he allow he gonna allow the same thing to happen? He gonna allow the same thing to happen that happened with Earl and Keith. He gonna allow the same thing to happen. And what I mean by that is you know, is that he gonna let David Benavidez get all this experience. He gonna let him get all this experience and get better and have a more dangerous opponent. You know, I'm trying to clip his wings, bro, before he get a chance to spread them. But I mean, it's better for the fans though. A lot of these young fighters think they're ready and they don't be ready. That's the crazy thing about it. A lot of these young guys think they be ready and they don't be ready. They don't. And you know, like I said before, Canelo Alvarez, you know, Benavidez, you know, he got his way of keeping his distance. You know, but I think he gonna go through some trials and tribulations. But yeah, you know, Benavidez got an opportunity to Benavidez got an opportunity to put himself in a great position. If he get in there and struggle or he loses, you know what I'm saying? You know, you disrespected Caleb Plant. You overlook Caleb Plant. And on this level, you can't do that. You talking Greasy and Caleb Plant just saying, okay. Well, Caleb Plant learned fighting Canelo Alvarez. Don't get caught up in all the pre-hype. Keep your tunnel vision. Keep your focus. That's what he learned. Keep your focus. But he got an opportunity. You know, he got an opportunity to put himself in the driver's seat. You know, he got an opportunity to put himself in the driver's seat. You know, and he got an opportunity to take himself out of the driver's seat too. If he missed the weight, don't be professional with the weight and stuff. And you know, he young. He feel like he can get away with that, but you know, and then also he been in the gym a long time, training, you know. So but yeah, it's a great opportunity for him. This is a great opportunity for him. And this be a lot of pressure if he run through Caleb Plant and beat him better than Canelo Alvarez, then he gonna have fans to say, well, Canelo put the blueprint out there and Canelo showed him how to do it and Canelo softened him up. Then if you go the other way, I told you Canelo just a beast. Benavidez was never ready for Canelo Alvarez. But you know, Benavidez got a great opportunity He got a great opportunity to put some pressure on Canelo Alvarez. But I already told y'all what I think gonna happen. And I think almost from a no situation is what they gonna do is they gonna sit there and they gonna elevate Canelo Alvarez. And that's what I don't be understanding about Canelo Alvarez neither, bro. That's what I don't be understanding. Is why do he be holding these belts, bro? And then I know the answer why. My thing is why cuz be holding these belts knowing that he don't want no smoke with the opposition. It's like Errol Spence. These dudes be holding up divisions. They be holding up divisions. You know what I'm saying? With no immediate plans to unify or give other people a shot. That's crazy. And then when people want to ask them to fight the guys that we want to see fight, then they vacate or then they become franchise champion. And then, at the end of the day, say yourself the grief. Pick a belt, defend it. You don't have to defend undisputed, but I think it's about a promotional company or a side of the street having all the power. That's what I think it's about. I think it's about a promotional company and the side of the street having all the power. That's what I truly think it's about. That's what I think it's about. I think it's about them controlling the division, because promotional companies don't work with each other and all this type of stuff. That's what I think. That's what I think it's about. So and then it looked like a duck, but then again, when you Canelo Alvarez, you can do what you want to get away with it. Because these fans today, if they ain't gonna hold, they don't even hold, they don't hold nobody accountable unless it's a fighter they don't like. They don't hold nobody accountable no more. That's the crazy shit about it. And unless you don't like them, can't nobody be objective no more. The media ain't really, they opinion been bought. You thought the new media was gonna come in and be something that the old media wasn't. And what they do, they came in and did the same thing. So disappointed in a lot of brothers and sisters out here. So, hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Goodfella TV. Check out no playlist for this one. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.